We are live. Attention, all stations. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the weekly amateur radio exchange group, AREG, for Wednesday, July 24th, 2024. Yeah, there you go. It is the longest running Simplex Net in the Hamilton area. And this week is 1,610 times that AREG has been on the air weekly. And this net is here every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending around 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. My name is Chuck, and since this is a simplex net, not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. So I also stream the net on YouTube, so people who tune in can hear stations they cannot hear on their radio, hear how their audio sounds on the air, and see their signal strength, as well as see my station layout. So just type in my call sign in the YouTube search box. Again, VA3CJZ. And you can look for us live, or tonight we'll have the title AREG Week 1610. We ask that you please leave a 1-second delay between transmissions to allow others to break in. May I now have check-ins for this evening's AREG?
V3AXJ. V3GBD.
All right, we'll start with that. VA3AXJ and VE3GBD. Let's say hi to Rick. Come on in, Rick. How you doing?
Not too bad. Here I had a fall there yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Doing the grass, and of course I had to fall on my butt. You know. Yeah. And I had to call the kid up, come and finish the lawn for me because I couldn't do it. But recovering. I'm feeling better today.
Yeah, it seems the older you get, the harder the fall feels like, no matter how you fall. Roger?
Oh yeah, you just gotta love it, eh? You just don't want to fall anymore because sometimes it might take a crane to get you back up on your feet. But anyhow, yeah, we're doing okay.
All right, good to hear, Rick. Well, hopefully we can entertain you, maybe make you laugh for the next couple of hours anyways. And thanks for joining us, Rick. Anything else for now?
Yeah, I did have something on my mind there, but I forgot what it was. I think it said some timers kicking in, whatever you call it. Yeah, it might come back to me. I'll think about it. Yeah, back to you.
All right. Well, we'll pick up George, and maybe you can remember. So let's go to VE3GBD. George, you're in town. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We're just celebrating my wife's 58th birthday today, July 24th. And, yeah, we're just sitting here celebrating. I thought, you know what, I'm still home, so I might as well have the radio on.
All right. Well, what's her name?
Brenda.
Right. Okay. Well, happy birthday, Brenda. Happy 58th. One more trip around the sun. So congratulations on making it. Okay, George, when are you heading back up to the trailer? Do you know?
I think me and Brenda are going up Friday. We're going to stay till Monday. We just need a weekend together just by ourselves. So we're going to go up Friday, come home Monday, and then we have other birthdays that we have to celebrate.
Yeah. There's a few people have their birthdays in the summer. I'm one of them as well. I'm a July baby. We just passed on July 9th. So, Yeah, very good. Okay, George. Well, thanks for checking in, and I do appreciate it. And happy birthday to Brenda.
Well, I will send her the happy birthday wish because she's sitting up on the deck with her kids.
All right, very good. Okay, then I'll let you go for now, and let's check back with Rick and see if he remembers what he wanted to say. VA3, VE3, no, it's VA3 AXJ. Rick.
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm thinking about it though. I'm thinking.
All right, not a problem. Well, for now, we've got um, Wade, VA3NCA, who's joined us on YouTube. Thank you, Wade. I'm sure he'll join us on the radio when he gets a chance. And also Wayne B, VA3FMB, joining us on YouTube. Good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. Again, for those listening and would like to tag along on YouTube, just go to YouTube and put in VA3CJZ, and you can find us live there under the red button. Or the title tonight will be AREG Week 1610. 1610. So drop in, say hi. So, all right, George. Well, thanks for checking in, my friend. And with that, let's see who else is out there would like to join us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net. My name is Chuck, and my call is VA3CJZ.
KKP. VA3 IMW.
Bravo Sierra Zulu checking in from Hamilton.
VA3TM in Burlington. Tom.
Okay, I've got VE3KKP, VA3IMW, and Bravo Sierra Zulu. Is that a VA or VE?
That's VA, Victor Alpha 3 Bravo Sierra Zulu.
Okay, VA. And we also have VA3 Tango Mike. Okay, anyone else? All right, very good. Let's say hi to Kevin real quick. Come on in, Kev.
Hello, Chuck, real quick. Yeah, just a quick one. Actually, I'm being hollered at to come and help move the washing machine or something. Anyway, quick check-in for you there.
All right, better listen to the missus and go help out. Thanks. You're in the log, Kevin. We'll talk to you later. Next, let's slide over to VA3 India Mike Whiskey. Mac, come on in.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else out there. Best wishes to Brenda on her birthday. And also, it sounds like she's doing well with the recovering from her knee replacement. So that all sounds good. I trust George and Brenda enjoy some time away from the distractions and have some alone time. That sounds like a good thing. You're a good man, George. Many rewards in heaven or something like that. So they say. Anyways, don't speed up the transit. It is a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday night. Gorgeous weather today. Not too hot, not too cold. And it was nice to be up in Guelph because I think I missed that torrential whatever that hit Hamilton. I know earlier today I got a text message from my wife saying, "Oh, my flowers." I guess we were getting hail and torrential downpours, and I think there was some talk about frogs and some other type of things happening there. So who knows what was coming down out of the sky. Anyways, It's good to be on the downside of the week. It's all downhill from here. Looking forward to Friday and another weekend off. I'm constantly reminding myself to bring up the topic that we're going to talk about later in the week, and that is the N1CC event. So it's just a kindly reminder to all of our hunters and activators to consider when we want to do something of this nature and be able to speak about that when we come to the Friday night rag chew. I'm not trying to cross the streams there, Chuck. I won't take away from this net at all. Anyways, I'm here for the duration, and if anything comes in the distance, I'll be sure and let you know.
Okay, Mac, thank you very much for all that, and not a problem. I mean, we can discuss some POTA stuff and the N1CC, even if it's a quick reminder about that will be the chat coming up on Friday on the ZOE repeater at 8 o'clock with Larry, VE3LBI, and his Friday night rag chew. That'll be on 443-075 with a positive offset only. You don't need a tone. And let's see what else. Yes, the torrential rain. Well, the good news is, Mac, it's pretty much over with now, and it looks like we're going to get a stretch of several days to get out our lawnmowers and cut all that grass that keeps growing almost at the end of July here. So yeah, it's supposed to be nice actually. Right now it's not bad, mind you, unless I don't know what the humidity is out there, but it's showing only around 24 degrees outside the CJZ studio. So anyways, Mac, thank you so much for joining us. And if there's anything else, please break in.
Will do. Yep. Back lawn is calling my name as well, so it's probably going to be something for the weekend. At least my lawn slaves are doing a good job with the front and side yards. All I have to take care of is the back now, so that lightens the load. Anyways, yep, I'm, like I said, here for the duration. Go ahead.
All right, very good, Mac. So let's clear with you and go to VA3 Bravo Sierra Zulu. I'm sorry, I forgot your name, sir. Come on back.
Hi, thank you for having me here. My name is actually very hard, but I prefer to be called Zag. So
Zag.
if that's okay with you guys. But if you want my real name, I could tell you that. But I'm the new ham that we spoke last week, and Wade actually told me about this net. He was supposed to take my exam, but actually I went to somebody else. So thank you.
Okay, Zag, welcome. I wasn't sure if that was it because I think I wrote it down even when we spoke last there. So welcome to the net. We're here every Wednesday from 8 till 10, and I think you're on a portable, but you're coming in just a little bit over S9, and so that's a good signal to my location here at the Center Mall. What's new and exciting with you there? Any plans? Have you done any research on any radio gear you might want?
Well, I'm using a hand HD right now, and I've been looking at the antennas. Actually, this is very broad, the HF thing, and I don't really have a high budget like 7300. So right now, I'm just looking at something for an antenna. So I thought I'll bring in one part at one week. So this week I'm gonna buy an antenna. The next week the cables for the car. So basically, I want to do a setup which is portable, which can be used as my base station, or if I want to do POTA, because I don't want to really spend so much money for a separate mobile unit and a separate base station, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's very extensive research that you have to do in every aspect and every component of the radio, which is kind of good. I like to learn about new and different things.
Okay, yeah, very good. A lot of people do that. They'll get an external antenna, mount it on the roof of the car or wherever, and go from there. You got to start somewhere, right? And so I think I started with a handheld, and here I am today. So, all right. Thank you so much for checking in, Zag, and good luck with that. And if you ever need advice or an opinion on something, just ask. We're very helpful here. You can uh, most likely find someone anytime on the ZOE repeater. And so, do you have anything else for us before we move along there, Zag?
Oh, thank you very much. That was very kind of you. And the ham community is very helpful, and they are actually very eager to help. I have actually noticed that in 1 week. So I don't think I will have much trouble, even though there is not much information on the YouTube where I usually get my information. Where there is some information, it's very scrambled, and you have to piece it together yourself. But surely I will keep coming back to the net, and we'll let you know if there are any questions, and we'll keep you up to date on what the components that have actually gathered for the setup. And thank you so much for having me once again. 7-3 to everyone who's listening, and good luck to you too. Thank you.
Okay, very good, Zag. Good luck, and thanks for checking in. And as I mentioned previously, you can also join us on YouTube. There are a bunch more people there that checked in. We have Pete, VE3PXX in Oakville. Who else do we have there? We've got Dave, VA3DCS. Good evening, Dave. And Kevin Red, my neighbor, VA3 November Echo. Oh, and look at that. We've got Sean in there too from the Philippines. VA3 Alpha Kilo India. Good evening or good morning, Sean. I believe it's morning time there where you are. How are things going? I hope all is going well with you. Thanks for checking in, folks. Let me slide down to Tom. Sorry about that there, Tom. Thank you for waiting. And so VA3 Tango Mike, come on in.
Well, not a problem, Chuck. Good evening to you and to everybody on net. Just sitting here looking out over the city, and see it's a nice clearing sky. I don't know whether there's more rain coming. I didn't look at the radar. But that was a wet day, but hey, it's supposed to bring the humidity down, so that would be nice. And just a question for BSZ, what's his location? I'd like to know that because he's full quieting here in Burlington. And so, no, nothing else new to add. Chuck, I hope you're well, and watching you on YouTube and trying to figure out how to sign in. So anyway, back to you.
Okay, Tom, very good. Yeah, sorry, I don't think I can help you at the moment with that, but good luck. I think you have to sign in with your Gmail account or, in order to get into YouTube. So, and I also forgot Kevin. Oh no, I mentioned Kevin. I didn't recognize the 193 at the end there. So, it's Victor Alpha 3 November Echo, I do believe, and that's why it's not coming up. Okay, thanks, Dave. And let's see who else is out there would like to join us here. I forgot. Zag, whereabouts are you located, anyways?
Right now I'm in Hamilton downtown, but usually I'm in Stony Creek. That's where I'm from.
Oh, there we go. Well, that station Dave there in Burlington is picking up full quieting there. Dave, do you want to say hi? Or Tom, I'm sorry. VA3 Tango Mike. Oh, I think he's trying to check into YouTube there. So maybe you can post it there. All right. So anyone else out there wishing to check in with us here on the weekly amateur radio exchange group, AREG. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in East Hamilton. Anyone, anywhere? Okay, well, since we have a little time here, I'd like to sadly mention that I received a call from a friend who was involved in an accident, and that's a fellow ham, VE3 XKV, X-ray Kilo Victor, Bob, out of Flamborough. He was rear-ended so hard that his car flew into the car in front of him, which wasn't very close to him, but he got hit, they say, somewhere between 40 and 60 kilometers an hour. And unfortunately, he suffered some damage that required surgery. And so he's recuperating at the General as we speak. He would have liked to join us for the net, but the missus forgot to bring him his handheld radio. So thoughts and prayers go out to Bob, VE3XKV. I hope you get well soon if you're listening there, Bob. All right, so let's go to announcements. And we'll go with contests. Actually, the first one was an announcement. Now we'll go to contests. First, we have the MARAC U.S. Counties QSO Party. And that's for 2 days for CW and phone. And we start off with 2 meters, 6 meter, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. The MARAC U.S. Counties QSO Party. And so that's from 0 Zulu, July 27th to 2400 Zulu, July 28th. And next we've got the Frapper, FRAPR 10 meter contest. And that's from Puerto Rico. The FRAPR is Puerto Rico. And again, 10 meters only from 0 Zulu, July 27th to 2359, July 28th. So that's also 2 days. Get your 10 meters in there, get your Puerto Rico stations and everyone else. Next, we've got the RSGB IOTA contest, and that's for sideband and CW. 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. And that's for 1200 Zulu, July 27th to 1200 Zulu, July 28th. Next, we've got a 6 meter contest called the ARAM 50 megahertz contest. ARAM Alpha Romeo Alpha Mike. And that's for 6 meters, as I mentioned. 1200 Zulu, July 27th to 1200 Zulu, July 28th. And then finally, we have the Alabama QSO Party from 1500 Zulu on July 27th to 0300 Zulu, July 28th. So make sure you have the times right there. And that's for 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. Again, that's for CW and phone. And that's pretty much it. But there's a next one that's really cute. It's for CW. It's only for 4 hours, and it's called the ARS Flight of the Bumblebees. So whoever's into CW, that's good for 10 meters, 15, 20, and 40. It starts 1700 Zulu, July 28th, and ends 2100 Zulu, same day. So about, 4 hours, I guess. Yeah. And that's it for contests. Coming up this weekend, if you want more information, want to find out the rules and all that stuff, just go to contestcalendar.com and look them up there. I usually display the, the 8 days or something that they have. Yeah, and the 8 days of the current week there. So, all right. Are there any stations that would like to make announcements of any kind? Please come forward. This is VA3CJZ. All right. Well, no announcements. How about check-ins? Anyone would like to check in to the weekly AREG net? Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor.
3 NCA.
Okay, I heard Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor, and Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha. Let's say hello to Cal in Stony Creek, VA3 CDV. Come on in, Cal.
Hi, Chuck, and thank you for doing the net. Just thought I'd pop in and give you one more for the numbers. Not up to much, just doing some chores around the house and bracing myself for having to cut the grass tomorrow. Back to you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I always try and pick my times, pick my dates, make sure everything lines up. Because of the intense heat and humidity that we've had, I usually wait till the evening, just as the sun's going down, and things seem to be a little bit nicer for that. So, but yeah, should be a nice stretch of next few days, anyways.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Back to you, Chuck.
Okay, Cal. Well, your station is working great. I've got you at full strength here, and thank you for checking in. All right, let's slide down to Vanya, Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha in the West End.
VA3CJZ, VA3NCA. I can't quite do Vanya's accent, so apologies. But Wade here in Dundas. And good evening, Chuck. I'm making it official here with my check-in on the air. So voice is a little gravelly still, but I'm feeling so much better than I have been. This has been a long one, so I'll be happy to see it behind me, especially since I got a week left before I have to put in some kilometers on the bike for that Sick Kids Challenge thing that I do in August. So I think I'll be good. Another week of this, and it should be fully gone. But it's been a long one, and it's not been pleasant. But we're past it now, so things can only get better, I think. Other than that, my wire antenna went down yesterday. I went out to go cut the grass because it was good in time. It was down on the ground, and so I had to take a look at it. And the little springy cord I used to take shocks from wind or whatever, it had dried out completely and just become brittle. So I had to replace that stuff. I guess it's worth about a year and a half because I think that's the last time I had it up and down. So anyways, back in business on HF again. So I was glad I found that. Must have happened. I didn't notice any SWR problems, so it must have happened after the last time I used the radio. But anyways, nonetheless, it's back up now, so I'm back in business. Back to you there, Chuck.
Wade. I don't know why I called you Vanya. I had one of those moments. I've got a lot going on here with the YouTube streams and logging and doing a lot of stuff at once. So I apologize, Wade. And yes, you are still sounding gravelly, but then again, you always do a little bit anyways, but glad you're feeling a bit better. I've heard talk of a new COVID strain that's deadly and it's making the rounds. I'm not sure where, but I read a story on that. So hopefully, hopefully it doesn't get bad. Anyways, thanks for checking in, Wade. I do apologize again. And you're coming in really good tonight, 10 to 15 over from your location there. So good conditions tonight.
Yeah, good conditions for sure. I've got you from my location with my bad antenna situation at an S7, and that's higher than usual. And there's no there isn't the usual noise I have in the background. So good signal tonight for sure. No worries at all on the misname thing. I've been called a lot worse than Vanya. If that's all I get called, then I'll be a pretty happy person. So no worries there at all. Yeah, I've heard about COVID setting in there with another strain. I did do a test, and my daughter had something that lasted a long time with the same symptoms, and she had done a test, and it turned out it was just a cold, but a very persistent one. So I don't wish it on anybody. That's for sure, COVID or not. So happy to be feeling better, and happy to be tuning into the AREG for another week here, and good signals tonight. So something in the weather must have cleared out with all that torrential rain. Sounding good tonight there, Chuck, and I will be listening along for the duration from here on out. VA3CJZ, VA3NCA, back to you.
Okay, Wade, thanks again for checking in. Great sound, great signal strength. And I know you're following us as well on YouTube. And speaking of which, Sean, VA3AKI, has responded from the Philippines. They're on typhoon number 4 this week alone. And the humidity is roughly 70% on average. Pretty hot and sticky. Well, I'm glad you're safe, Sean, and remember to stay on high ground. Thanks for checking in, Sean. Much appreciated. And say hi to the missus. All right. With that, have I missed anyone? Okay. Let's see who else is out there would like to check in on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ.
Victor Alpha 3, Bravo Tango.
V3KKP recheck.
Okay, let me take the recheck first there, Albert. Stand by, KKP. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chuck, I was just wondering that accident that Bob was in. Was that at Upper James and Rimo?
You know what? He didn't tell me. But he did mention that Flamborough was getting worse with traffic now with in that area. So I'm not sure. I think he drives a pickup, and that's the vehicle involved.
Yeah, no, okay. No, I just heard there was a really serious accident up there a couple days ago. So anyway, all right.
Yeah, well, he was complaining of abdomen pain, and he's had surgery down there before, and they didn't scan him. They didn't really check him. They sent him home. He had to call for an ambulance from home to come back. So, yeah, poor fella.
Yeah, like I said before, I don't like that general. I was just for the St. Joe's if possible. But anyway, okay, yeah, we wish him all the best then.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. I'll pass it along. All right, let's say hello to Albert, VA3 Bravo Tango. Albert, come on in.
Hey, good evening, Chuck, and everybody on frequency. Yeah, that's pretty. That sucks with Bob there, but yeah, not much to report on my end here. Just all this rain and cutting the lawn twice a week. That's getting to be a real pain. But what are you gonna do? At least the grass is green. And it's not straw. Other than that, just a general check-in. I'll be listening along here, Chuck, VA3BT.
Okay, Albert. Yeah, I was looking at mine there. She needs a little trim. But you always feel so proud, though, once it's cut. I know I do. Once it's cut and everything looks nice and clean, it just, I don't know, makes you feel proud of your lawn. Anyways, Albert, thanks for checking in there, my friend. Everything going okay at work and that?
Yeah, we're in a bit of a slow period. I'm not complaining. It's actually pretty good because you do your regular 8-hour days and instead of the 10, 11, 12-hour days. Got a few of those. Like I had one on Friday, of course, last week. But you know what? It's not bad. But it's going to be kind of slow this summer. I think we'll probably start picking up again. It's going to be probably spring. So hopefully we get some tended fit-out work that'll take us over the winter months. which isn't so bad inside. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, working inside in the winter is always preferred, I'm sure. Once you lay the forms, then things should go quicker from there. All right, Albert, thanks again. Much appreciated, sir. And great signal, full strength. Nice, clean audio there, Albert. All right. If you're watching us on YouTube there, I'm putting up some photos on the screen there. This is a station out in Saskatoon with a beam like Albert has. Albert, you may want to see it on the YouTube stream. Yeah, this is VE5 Uniform Oscar out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And the Northern Lights were up in the sky in May of this year. So this was taken in May with the Northern Lights there in Saskatchewan. Boy, there's not much out there, I'll tell you. Lots of room if you've got a nice property. Lots of room with no mountains or anything in your way. And on the flip side of that, now we've got McMurdo Station in Antarctica. I just brought that up. One of the towers there, with a beam antenna on there. I don't know how that withstands those high winds there, but Antarctica, coldest place on Earth. All right, let's do another call out and see who else is out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is the A3CJZ.
VA3 NFG.
VA3 NFG. You didn't say portable.
No, sir. Actually, I should have said mobile. But in fact, I'm in my driveway where my station resides at. So, not sure if I should have said station or mobile. Probably mobile, because technically I am in the car. But anyway, just throwing a bean in the pot there, Chuck, for you. I won't be hanging in too long. Got an early morning, so I'll probably hang around for the happened on this day for a few minutes, and then I'll probably pull the plug. So thanks for doing it there, Chuck, and hello to everybody on net here on the side, and we'll catch up with you at a later date. Back to you, Chuck. VA3 CJZ, VA3 NFG. Mobile.
All right. I could tell it's got a nice quiet sound there. You don't have anything going on in the car. And I can tell the difference between when you're in the house and in the car there. But nice signal nonetheless. Full strength as always. Sounding good there, Steve. Thanks for checking in. Do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem there, Chuck. You're full strength as well. 9++ on the meter. All right, back to net. VA3 NFG mobile.
All right, very good then. Where am I here? Let's go back to this screen for now. All right, anyone else out there wishing to get with us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3 CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located here in East Hamilton.
Victor Echo 3, Quebec Echo Echo.
Victor Echo 3, Quebec Echo Echo. Marty, come on in. You're sounding good tonight.
Well, thanks, Chuck. Just a regular setup here, and hello to all on net. And I just came in now, and I'll probably stay for a little while, but not maybe till the end. So that's the status. Over.
All right, Marty. Very good. Very good. Well, you came in at an S9, then dropped down to S7. So I don't know Maybe a plane flew over. Who knows? But you're sounding good. Full quieting here. And do appreciate you checking in, Marty. And do you have any news or announcements or traffic you'd like to pass?
Oh, we'll be at the airport tomorrow between 3 and 4 on 7.100. That's all for now.
All right. Yes, at the airport, the Canadian Warplane Museum radio room. Marty and I don't know who else, but tomorrow between 3 and 4 on 7.100. Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the shout out.
All right. Very good then. All right. Let's see. Where are we now? I think I got everybody in there. Anyone else out there wishing to check in with us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. All righty then. So what time is it? 8:40, 8:41 p.m. and just under 24 degrees outside the CJZ studio. And so with that, maybe we can do a little bit of trivia. And there we go. We got something there. Hold on. All right, let's start with a little bit of trivia. Anybody here with British roots? Did you know that since 1945, all British tanks are equipped with tea-making facilities? That's right. British military tanks are equipped to make tea. If the crew needs hot tea or coffee, they can just reach for the boiling vessel inside the tank. Did you know that, Marty?
I did not. Well, blimey.
Oh, can you imagine? You're chasing down enemies and you're making tea. Unbelievable. Only the British, you say? Sticking with the British theme, Big Ben's clock stopped at 10:07 p.m. on May 27th, 2005. It was particularly hot in London that day, 31.8 degrees Celsius or 89 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's possible that the clock stopped due to the heat. They're not used to high heat in Europe, that is for sure. And we've been breaking records for the last 3 years globally. The whole world is warmer. Seems like every year. I think I heard we just broke the record again this week for the hottest day on the planet. So in any case, Big Ben stopped working for 90 minutes. All right. Did you know you can see 4 different U.S. states from the top of Chicago's Willis Tower? What you talking about, Willis? Weird fun facts. Head to the top of the building formerly known as the Sears Tower, and you can see Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You can also stand on 4 states. The Four Corners is a region of the southwestern United States, consisting of the southwest corner of Colorado, southeast corner of Utah, northeastern corner of Arizona, and the northwestern corner of New Mexico. There's actually a plaque in the ground where all 4 states meet, and you can actually stand on 4 states at once. Does anyone know who has won the most Academy Awards? No? Okay, I'll tell you. Walt Disney has won the most Academy Awards. The House of Mouse has won 26 Oscars and was nominated 59 times. Uh, a blue whale's heartbeat can be detected up to 2 miles away, and their hearts weigh almost 400 pounds. Woo! Interesting. Anyone ever see? I think Kevin has. And has anyone ever seen a whale other than at Marineland?
Yeah, I have out in Alaska.
Do you remember what kind it was?
No, there was 3 or 4 of them there. No, I can't remember off the top of my head here.
All right, very good. All right, so that's one. Is that it? Kevin's the only one? All right. All right, moving on to the next bit of trivia here. Did you know there's a fruit that tastes like chocolate pudding? There's a fruit, let's see, native to Central and South America. The fruit is called black sapote, 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 and it tastes like a combination of sweet custard and chocolate. I think chocolate is the chocolate beans are from South America too. No, Central and South America. All right, we're gonna go back to Disney here real quick. Mickey and Minnie Mouse's voices got married in real life. Wayne Allwyn was Mickey, and Russi Taylor was Minnie. Were married from 1986 to 2019. Okay, with that, let me take a quick pause here, and we'll see if we have any activity. Uh, Culinary Samurai. You saw some in Mexico. Some what there? Some whales, Mr. Samurai? Yes, whales. All right. And we have Asel or Assel Welsh. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Good evening and welcome to our weekly amateur radio exchange group net. My name is Chuck and I'm here in Hamilton, Ontario. And the Culinary Samurai says it was in Puerto Vallarta. He used to live there when he was a teenager. Very good, very good. Interesting. Well, thanks for sharing that. Much appreciated.
It was an orca.
Ah, those are just tiny. Unless you get up the next one. And by the way, I'm streaming on YouTube, and right now I've got the HMCS Haida down in the Hamilton Harbor. And of course, this is where I live in Hamilton, Ontario. And it's basically a museum now. You can go and visit the ship. And some people actually activate, it's also in a park. So you can activate POTA from there. And it's a really nice looking ship. The radio room is just wild. A whole wall of equipment I've never ever seen before. Very interesting. All right. Let's move on to another quick trivia here. There are more than 200 flavors of Kit Kat in Japan. Interesting. Some of them are sushi flavored too, I'm sure, but they don't actually use fish. It's just the flavor.
I've got some Haida trivia, Chuck.
Oh, very good, very good. Marty, please come on in.
Who was the captain of the Haida?
During World War II?
Roger, Roger.
I don't know. Who was it?
Harry DeWolf. And that Arctic patrol ship that came in for a visit during the Grey Cup was named Harry DeWolf, and it was named after the captain of the Haida. And Harry DeWolf parked in front of the Haida, so you could see the Haida from the bridge of the Harry DeWolf.
Oh, an icebreaker, eh? When was that?
When the Grey Cup was on, the Arctic patrol ship brought in the Grey Cup, and they allowed the public to come on board a couple of times, and they actually transported the Grey Cup to Hamilton, and it went from there up to the place, the stadium where the Grey Cup was being played.
Oh, very interesting. The Harry DeWolf was the captain of the Haida during wartime, and they had a northern patrol boat come by during the last Grey Cup, called the Harold DeWolf or Harry DeWolf. I'm not sure, but anyways, Marty, very interesting. Thanks for that.
The radio ops, the Haida had its 80th birthday this year. I think it was March the 2nd, the first, maybe I've got that wrong. Anyway, it had its 80th birthday, so a bunch of hams were allowed in the radio room there, and they transmitted and kept a log of all the contacts for the celebration. And so those same people were invited on board the Harry DeWolf when it came in for a tour, and that was quite interesting.
Yes, yes. I do believe I made contact with someone inside the radio room on the ship, and that was exciting as well. Very, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for reminding me and everyone else about that, there, Marty. Very cool. All right, so let's see now. Next, I've got the history of the middle finger. Everyone knows what the middle finger is, but do you know the history behind that? Well, now, here's something I never knew before, and now that I know it, I feel compelled to share it with my intelligent friends in the hopes that they too will feel blessed in having gained more knowledge. History is way more fun when you know more fun facts about it. Don't you agree? And so, before the Battle of Agincourt in the year 1415, the French, anticipating victory over the English, proposed to cut off the middle finger of all captured English soldiers. Without the middle finger, it would be impossible to draw the renowned English longbow, and therefore they would be incapable of fighting in the future. This infamous English longbow was made of the native English yew tree. That's Y-E-W, the yew tree. And the act of drawing the longbow was known as plucking the yew, or pluck yew. Much to the bewilderment of the French, the English won a major upset and began mocking the French by waving their middle fingers at the defeated French, saying, "See, we can still pluck you." Over the decades since, Americans have since changed up the words from pluck you is now FU, and the word's often used in conjunction with the one finger salute. And so finally, it is also because of the pheasant feathers on the arrows used with the longbow that the symbolic gesture is known as giving the bird. So there you have it. U is spelled Y-E-W. Very interesting. With that, let's see who else has joined us and would like to say hello on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ.
VE3LBI.
VE3LBI. Larry, come on in. How you doing?
Doing good. Crazy day. This rain that was nuts. Here, gone. Sunshine, more rain. At least the temperature's cooled off tonight. Very nice tonight. So, air conditioning's off and the windows are open.
Yes. I think it got up to as high as 26 today, and that was it. And so now it's below 24 degrees, and the sun is going down. It's probably really nice outside right now.
Yeah, and grandson was over. We picked him up at 4 o'clock. So him and I sat in the garage and we chucked some corn. Got that all done, and we had that for supper. So he was quite happy doing it. I actually got a video of him, so it's kind of cute. Him sitting in his little chair getting the corn done.
Oh, that's cute. Yep. First times are always so precious. So glad he enjoyed doing it as well as eating it afterwards, right?
Yeah, he had to figure it out. Well, I guess he's only had it last year, so it was kind of new to him. I was eating it right off the cob. But, well, he had his full. That was enough. So, anyways, all right, Chuck, we're going to listen along. Nothing really else to report that I can think of. I don't know. I think we're supposed to come up to a few really nice days of sunshine. Like I say, today was actually crazy with the weather. I don't know. It came down and, well, it's like the ocean dumped on us upside down. It was that hard. So, all right, I'll pass it back to you, and I'll be listening along. VE3LBI.
Okay, Larry. Yep, they're forecasting some nice days right up until Sunday, I think. So we'll have to wait and see if that holds true. But I'm sure the next couple of days are going to be nice enough to cut your grass. There you go. Do you have any announcements or anything you'd like to put forward, Larry?
I can't think of anything right now, Chuck. I just got off a YouTube thing there. So, nope, I think that's about it. Dave and I did an activation last Saturday. It was a lot of fun. Actually, we're over at Mount Albion Conservation Area, and actually Pierre and Bill were there. So it was kind of nice, the four of us, and we did a little chat, and then Dave and I did an activation. So it was a very, very pleasant day over there, and the bands, believe it or not, were really good on 40.
Oh, very good, very good. I know I've been able to make a few contacts here and there, but man, I know 40 for me is like a Mac, very high noise level all the time. So you have to be a strong signal in order to for me to hear it. So, but I really like 40 meters, so that sucks.
So I believe you worked us over there on the Saturday, but I was surprised. The band was really good. We got over 40 contacts in roughly about an hour, maybe a little bit shorter than that, but around an hour. And of course, we weren't rushing. Not a contest, so we just got an opportunity to talk to people and 2 ops back and forth. That's not too bad, in an hour getting 40 contacts. And it wasn't we were trying to bust anything, so it was just kind of enjoyable.
All right, very good, Larry. Well, thanks for your check-in, and do appreciate it. Okay, Culinary Samurai has to run 7-3. That is VE3 Papa X-ray. And we have Jake coming in also on the YouTube stream, and Asel Welsh. That's Mrs. That's Mrs. VA3 AKI. Okay, now I get it. Very good. Well, good morning, and thank you for saying hello, and have a great day. Thanks again. Okay, anyone else wishing to check in with us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group, please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Kilo, Mike, Quebec.
Victor Echo 3, Kilo, Mike, Quebec. Mike, come on in. How are you?
Yeah, good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net this evening. Hope everybody's doing well. I am. Not an awful lot going on with me. Just enjoying the summer weather, albeit the hot and humid summer weather.
Yeah.
But that's the way it is, and enjoying it just the same. So yeah, just to check in, and thought I'd say hi. And with that, I'll swing it back to you. VA3CJZ, VE3KMQ.
Oh, very good, Mike. Yes, I haven't been impressed with the humidity, quite honestly. But, apparently it can be a lot hotter. I saw an article where the summer temperature in Kuwait reaches over 50, 54, as a matter of fact. I don't even know what that is, 138 or something Fahrenheit. It's crazy. But, yeah, I really enjoy when the nights come around and the humidity drops off. Like we've had a few nights here and there, not many, but take advantage while you can. Anyhow, Mike, nice to hear you in there. Great signal, beautiful audio as always. And so I'll say thank you for checking in. And do you have anything else, sir?
No, not really. But just on the weather, yeah, I think all of us hate the humidity for sure. It's just so uncomfortable. But when you think of all the seasons we have here in Canada, there's good and bad to all of them. Spring and fall are wonderful, and winter can be nice. There's times when it's really a bear, and kind of the same thing with summer. So we got to enjoy it. We call ourselves Canadians. That's who we are. And the weather is what we've got. Anyway, thanks for doing the net, Chuck, and we'll check in with you another time. V3KMQ.
Okay, Mike, thanks again, and have a great rest of the week, sir. It's looking like no rain for the next several days, so enjoy. Get the lawnmower out. Okay, so we'll clear with VE3KMQ and see, is there anyone else wishing to check in with us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group?
Check your email, Chuck, VE3QEE.
I'm sorry, what's that, Marty? Check my email?
I don't know if you're able to do that at the same time as all of this is going on, but I sent.
Okay, thank you, Marty. VE3Q. I've got a lot of stuff open right now, so my running a little bit, so I'll have to look at that a little bit there, Marty. The laptop can only handle so much right now, but thank you, Marty. I will check it. So it's 9:04 p.m. here in Hamilton, Ontario, and we'll start on this day in history. If I can find it, there it is. On this day, 178 weeks I've been doing on this day, and we start, as always, with famous birthdays on July 24th this time. And the first person I have on my list is Alexandre Dumas, Dumas. I don't think the S is pronounced, or it's pronounced Dumas. And he was born on this day in 1802. Who is Alexandre Dumas? Well, he's a French author. He wrote The Three Musketeers, also The Count of Monte Cristo. So very, very popular books. And of course, he was born in France. Next, we have Bill the Butcher. That's, I swear to God, that's all they have on this guy. He was born in 1821, and he's the American gang member, New York City's Bowery Boys, and he was born in New Jersey. Do you remember the movie Gangs of New York? The guy Daniel Day-Lewis played the butcher. Well, the guy's name was Bill the Butcher, and he was born in 1821, and he didn't live that long. He was 34 when he died. Amelia Earhart was born on this day in 1897. Of course, she was assumed dead in 1931 as she flew her plane with someone else, and I think she was trying to go around the world. But she did successfully fly solo across the Atlantic. Of course, she was an American aviator, and she was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, and she was born in Kansas. And of course, I always have a little bit of Canadian stuff in here, and we have Chief Dan George, was born in 1899. I think his name is pronounced Teswano in native. He's a Canadian Indian author. That's what it's written here. Poet and actor. He was actually in some movies. One was The Outlaw Josie Wales. He was in Harry and Tonto. He was in Little Big Man with Dustin Hoffman and several other movies. He was born in Vancouver, British Columbia. Passed away in 1981. So almost, what was he? He was pretty old. Born in 1899. Next, we have Ed Mirvish, born on this day in 1914. And he's an American-Canadian businessman. So that probably means he was born in the U.S. and came to Canada. Of course, he was the owner of Honest Ed's in Toronto. And he was a philanthropist and born in Colonial Beach, Virginia. Ed passed away in 2007. Born on this day in 1936, Ruth Buzzy, American comedian. You might remember her from Laugh-In. She used to beat that old man with her purse all the time. Born in Rhode Island. She's still around. Born in 1936. Next, we've got Gallagher, born on this day in 1946. His first name is Leo. Leo Gallagher was an American stand-up comic and watermelon smasher. Born in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. He passed away 2 years ago in 2022. Next, everybody's favorite Martian, Marvin the Martian, was born on this day in 1948. Warner Brothers cartoon character created by Chuck Jones and Michael Maltese with Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies series. And his first debut was on this day in 1948. And the episode is called Hare Devil Hare. And of course, hare is spelled H-A-R-E. I like that little Martian. His feet moved really fast. Next, we've got Graham Lear, born on this day, 1949. He's a British-Canadian session and touring rock drummer. He was with Gino Vanelli from 75 to 76. And then for Santana for a long time, 1976 to 1987. And then for a couple of years with REO Speedwagon, 1988 and 89. He was born in Plymouth, England. And then we have Linda Carter, born on this day, 1951. She's an American actress known to have played Wonder Woman on TV, and she was also Miss USA in 1973. Born in Phoenix, Arizona. Happy birthday, Wonder Woman. J-Lo turns 55 today. That is Jennifer Lopez. Married to Ben Affleck, I think. So she was born on this day, 1969. And they have her here as an American actress and pop singer. She's been in movies as well as touring with her singing. She was born in the Bronx, New York. Now we go to 1990, and we have the birthday of Evan James Springsteen, American rocker and Bruce Springsteen's son, born in Los Angeles, California. So he's 34 today. Evan Springsteen. And finally, we have Bindi Irwin, born on this day, 1998. Same day, not date, but same year as my daughter. Bindi Irwin is an Australian TV personality, conservationist, and daughter of Steve Irwin, who was fatally stabbed by a manta ray or stingray in Australia. That's it for famous birthdays on this day. Do we have any questions, comments, or check-ins for this week's AREG? Please come now. All right, I see Jake has commented on YouTube, and Wade has replied. He used to live in Brantford for 6 years before moving back to the UK. Brantford's a nice, well, I don't know about quiet, but it's sure is not as big as many metropolitan cities, that's for sure. And so, very good then, Jake. Well, maybe one day you can come back and visit. Okay. So where are we? I guess after birthdays, we have deaths. Famous deaths on July 24th. And we have Matthew Webb as the first person, passing away on this day in 1883. He's an English long-distance swimmer who was the first to swim unassisted across the English Channel, only to drown in the Niagara Falls whirlpool at the age of 35. Can you imagine? You swim the English Channel, and then you try swimming in the whirlpool, and of course, that's just brutal there. The water. I don't know if you've ever been there on the boat, the Maid of the Mist. I have, and yeah, you wouldn't want to be in the water. Not around there. All right, next we've got Peter Sellers, passing away on this day in 1980. He's an English actor and comedian. You might remember him in the Pink Panther movies. He dies at the age of 54. Next, we have Sherman Hemsley, passing away in 2012. He's an American actor. He was in All in the Family. That's where he got his start. And then The Jeffersons. He dies from natural causes at the age of 74. And finally, passing away on this day in 2020, 4 years ago, Regis Philbin, American talk and game show host. He was on the Joey Bishop Show, live with Regis and Kathy Lee, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He was 88 when he passed away. And that's it for people passing away on this day in history. Do we have any comments, questions, or check-ins for this week's net? Please come now. All right, let's move on to events on this day in history. Where are we? Historical events on July 24th. And first we have Cartier erects a cross at Gaspé. Now, in the year 1534, French explorer Jacques Cartier claims for France the lands around Gaspé, which is in Quebec, by erecting a 30-foot cross at Point Penouille. You've heard of Gaspé, and so Jacques Cartier is responsible for that. And then in 1567, Mary, Queen of Scots, is forced to abdicate her throne, and her 1-year-old son becomes king. He's known as King James VI of the Scots. And as you know, throughout history, many famous cities have burned. And we have one here in the year 1660, the Great Fire of 1660 in Constantinople. 2/3 of the city is destroyed, including 280,000 wooden houses, with a death toll of around 40,000 people. Now, I know some of you may know that the state of Louisiana is French, has French roots. And in the year 1684, an expedition to establish a French colony in Louisiana leaves La Rochelle with 4 ships led by René Robert Cavelier, and the expedition is disastrous, with only 15 survivors. Now, moving on to William Clark's slave. In the year 1799, William Clark is willed. The slave named York, I do believe, who would go on to accompany him and play an important role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. And next, speaking of slaves, in 1823, slavery is abolished in Chile, the country. All right, we've all heard of the Mormons and how they are mostly in Utah. In 1847, Brigham Young and his Mormon followers arrive at Salt Lake City, Utah. Next, the year is 1851, and we have the long-hated window tax is abolished in the United Kingdom. Well, let me tell you about the window tax. Imposed in England in 1696, the tax, which is a kind of predecessor of the modern-day property tax, was levied on dwellings with the tax liability based on the number of windows. The tax led to efforts to reduce tax bills through such measures as the boarding up of windows and the construction of houses with very few windows. Also, you'll find there's also a history of the land tax, which people try to avoid by having a small base of a house, and the second floor you could make bigger than the first floor, but you would not have to pay more taxes, as they use the square footage on the ground. So yeah, I've seen that. I've seen pictures of that. The second floor is bigger than the first. All right, in 1880, on this day, the first commercial hydroelectric power plant in the world begins generating electricity in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And then the lost city of Machu Picchu is rediscovered on this day in 1911. American explorer Hiram Bingham rediscovers Machu Picchu in the lost city of the Incas. And let me tell you, I've seen pictures of when they first found it, and it looks nothing like it does today. It was cleaned up very nicely. Machu Picchu is a 15th century Inca citadel located in the eastern Cordillera of southern Peru on a 2,400 meter or 8,000 foot mountain ridge. Next, we got the trial of Mata Hari in 1917. We have the trial of Dutch exotic dancer Mata Hari begins in Paris for allegedly spying for Germany and thus causing the death of around 50,000 soldiers. All right, let's go to 1946. The U.S. performs atmospheric nuclear test at Bikini Island on this day. It was called Operation Crossroads, with an atmospheric nuclear weapon test series conducted in the summer of 1946 at Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands. The series of tests consisted of 2 detonations, a low altitude test and a shallow water test. So one above ground and one in the water. The devices, each with a yield of 21 kilotons, were named shots Abel and Baker. All right, in 1958 on this day, Ted Williams, the baseball player, is fined $250 for spitting at Boston fans again. Oh, the things you find out about famous people. Of course, Ted Williams is a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer. All right. At 12:51 Eastern Daylight Time in 1969, Apollo 11 returns to Earth after taking the first astronauts to the moon and returning them safely. 1974, Death Wish, based on the novel by Brian Garfield, directed by Michael Winner, and starring Charles Bronson, is released in the U.S. I used to love that movie, and the first one was better than the rest, by the way, in my eyes. All right, for you computer geeks, in 1987, the IBM PC DOS version 3.3 updated is released on this day, 1987. How many people here have used DOS? I know I have. Larry LBI probably has, and Wade.
And Mac.
And Mac. Very good, very good.
And Bill would have.
IUK, yeah. Let me see if he hasn't joined us on YouTube. Okay, very good then. Okay. All right, so moving on. Excuse me. On this day, 1998, Saving Private Ryan is released. Another great movie. The opening scene is just wild. Of course, that's directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Hanks and Matt Damon and others. Okay, this one had me a little confused. I had to read it twice. In 2013, On this day, 22 people are left dead after a conflict between the Knights Templar cartel and the Mexican police in Michoacan. Now, the Knights Templar are from Europe, so the Knights Templar cartel, I've never heard of that. That was back in 2013. All right, in 2018, we got the first bison born in Banff National Park, Alberta. The first bison born in 140 years after being reintroduced. Way to go. And on this day in 2019, we have the 10th million mini car produced during its 60th anniversary year in Oxford, England. You've all heard of the Austin Mini and the other Mini Coopers and that. The 10 millionth. All right, we're almost done. In 2019, Facebook agrees to pay a $5 billion fine, that's with a B, the largest ever, for violating consumer privacy. And Facebook paid that to the U.S. Federal Trade Commission. Now, if that's violating consumer privacy, why does the U.S. Federal Trade Commission get that money? Shouldn't that money go to everyone that used Facebook that had their privacy invaded? Just a thought. All right, 2022, a heat wave across America's Northeast. That's 2 years ago, with many cities, including Boston, St. Louis, and Philadelphia, declaring heat emergencies. We've been hot here for the last 3 years in our part of the world. So there you go. And finally, also in 2022, we have wild monkey attacks on at least 42 people, including in their homes, in Yamaguchi City, Japan. And that led the police to be armed with tranquilizer guns in Japan. Yeah, I don't know about having wild monkeys roaming around in these certain cities around the world, not just in Japan, but other places too. It's crazy. Southeast Asia too. You see them, they steal everything too. Anyways, that's it for On This Day in History. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did researching it and telling it back to you folks. Do we have any questions, comments, or check-ins for this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform.
There he is. Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform. Tomasz, how you doing, buddy? Come on in.
VA3CJZ. Okay. Yeah, everything's okay at this end there, Chuck. Yeah, we're staying in the air conditioning there and still working away. And yeah, I just turned the radio on now.
Oh, very good, very good. So, how you been there? Are your buses working okay?
Yeah, everything's working okay so far. Yeah, the air conditioning way there. So yeah, and I guess I heard that we're going to be getting some new routes in place in the fall. We don't know yet what routes are going to be what, but there are going to be some changes for sure. Buses operating in the fall early. I don't know how I could see it. We haven't received them yet. We're supposed to receive 15 of them.
Oh yeah, nothing like having things done at the last minute. Well, yeah, I hope it all works out. but always when they introduce something new, it's always a little bit of a learning curve in the beginning, and then you get used to the situation at hand. So glad things are going okay there, Tomash. Thank you for checking in. I got you at about S9, I think, S8, S9, and good audio there, Tom.
Okay, thanks there, Chuck. Yeah, I'm getting you about. There and listen along for a little bit there, and we get more check-ins there. We'll pass it back to you.
Okay, very good, Tom. And let's see now. You are, along with our YouTube check-ins, you're number 20 tonight, so that's very good for an AREG night there. So very good. Thanks for your check-in, Tomash. VE3 Charlie Echo uniform in Burlington. Sounding good. Okay, anyone else out there wishing to check in with us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. All right, let's go to the top of the list. And, well, I had BMO check in before the net started. So VE3 BMO was technically the first one, but let's go down to Rick, VA3 AXJ.
Yeah, I'm still here there, Chuck. My eyes are getting heavy though, so I'm gonna probably be done for the night. Take a painkiller and just chill out and fall asleep and hope everything works tomorrow, body wise. You know. Oh, John, I hate this. Yeah. You walk, you ache. You know, you sit down, you ache. You get up, you ache. Old age, I guess, is probably part of the reason. But anyhow, we'll get by it, and we'll get better sooner or later.
Yeah, for sure, Rick. Well, I do hope that you feel better tomorrow. Usually the first day after is always the worst, and things get better from there. I don't know what you're using for pain meds, but I hope it works.
Yeah, I got some Demerol here, but taking them because they.
Oh, sounds like you might have a lazy thumb or something there. You cut yourself off there, Rick.
We're going to be QRT. I know I'm keyed there for a second there. Slip of the finger here. Yeah, good night, Chuck, and I don't take it and run up to the reason. What's going on with my mic here? It's kicking out on me. Anyhow, yeah, 738 guys, and hope you have a good night and a better day tomorrow. Bye for now.
Okay, Rick, maybe I'll hear you when you're going out that way to the res. Thanks for checking in, buddy. Take care. Sweet dreams. VA3 AXJ. I think I need to drink something here. Hold on. There we go. I think that's better. Going to start sounding like Wade. Let's see if George is still with us or if he's getting the garbage ready or celebrating with his wife. Brenda, VE3 GBD. George, you still there? Well, maybe not. How about Wade? Wade in the West End, VA3 November Charlie Alpha. Are you by the radio?
VA3 CJZ, VA3 NCA. Yeah, I'm still hanging in here. Listen along. Thanks as always for doing it, Chuck. It's always a great way to spend a Wednesday. And let's see, I was going to say something and now I forgot it, so it must not have been that important. But thanks again for doing it, and I'll say 7-3 to you and to everybody on net, and look forward to next week. VA3NCA, back to you, Chuck.
All right, very good, very good. Oh, before I move on, thanks, Wade. I'd like to also mention that we do have a Facebook page for AREG. If you go to Facebook and in the top left in the search, type in the letter A with a dash next to it, and it should come up AREG 146.430, an amateur radio group. And just fill out the 2 questions there are if you're an amateur, if you're a licensed operator, and one of the administrators will allow you entry into that closed group. Again, AREG on Facebook. So join us there. All right, so let's go to VE3KKP. Let's see if he's done moving the fridge.
No, it was the washing machine. Quick hit check did it. Worked well. Hey, Chuck, I just want to let you know, too, that picture I sent you there, that's a thumbnail for YouTube. So if you wanted to go into your thing, you can use that as a thumbnail as well.
Oh, yeah, for YouTube. How do you do that?
Well, if you go into your account and then your page where you, I don't know if you've created. Oh, you always live stream. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure about it now. Anyway, I'll look into it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just posting it up now on the YouTube live stream. Kevin, VE3KKP, sent me this, and I love it. Looks very nice. And so that's a plug for our net every Wednesday. Thank you, Kevin. Much appreciated.
Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. Yeah, I just want to let you know it's good for a thumbnail as well, but we'll figure that out. All right, yeah, great night. I've been listening along, except for doing a hip check, and all right, carry on. VE3KKP.
All right, Kevin, thanks. All right, so let's move over to Mac, VA3IMW. Mac, are you there?
I am. Where else would I go on a Wednesday evening? Great job with the trivia and on this day, as usual. Super place to spend the tail end of Hump Day and slide into the weekend. Thanks again, Chuck. I certainly appreciate you doing it.
All right, Mac. Well, thank you so much for being the lookout as well. Although I don't think Art attempted to check in, and neither did Bravo Kilowatt. But, oh well. Thanks again, Mac.
Yeah, nothing I heard on the outskirts. So, yeah, unfortunately, well, it is priority number 67. Anyways, carry on, Chuck, and I'll be here till 10 o'clock, and then it's pumpkin time.
Yes, sir. Well, we're way before 10 o'clock now. I see only 9:38 p.m., so we're a little bit early tonight, but that's okay. We're having lots of fun here. Thanks, Mac. And so let's see if our newly licensed ham, ZAG, VA3 Bravo Sierra Zulu, is still around. Zag, you there? How about VA3 Tango Mike? Tom, you there? Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone who checked in on YouTube. I've got, of course, Wade, VA3NCA, VA3FMB, Wayne in Mississauga, Peter, VE3 Papa X-Ray in Oakville, VA3 DCS, Dave in Dundas, and my neighbor, VA3 November Echo, Kevin Red in Hamilton. And so next, let's move over to Cal. Let's see if he's still around. VA3 CDV. All right, let's not forget our friends in the Philippines, Sean and his wife Aisel, uh, VA3 Alpha Kilo India, AKI. Sean, thank you so much for checking in. If you're listening, I know it is a bit of a lengthy net, but thank you so much for joining us. And I hope the weather is good to you during typhoon season in the Philippines. Thanks, Sean. Don't be a stranger.
KKP reach out.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, with the picture up there, you don't see the live stream, so you might want to take it down. But anyway, just saying, yeah, it looks good there. Well, it fits perfect because that's what it's meant for. But all right, yeah, you can take it down so we can see you.
All right. Well, let's switch over. Can you see this one? The VE5 Uniform Oscar Tower in Saskatoon.
I'll have to wait. I stopped it. So, oh yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Northern Lights in May of this year at a station out in Saskatchewan there. Very nice. It's the same antenna that Albert has. And with that, let's go to Albert. Victor Alpha 3, Bravo Tango. You still there, Albert?
Yeah, we're still here listening along. Yeah, that's a nice picture there, Chuck, with the Northern Lights. But yeah, we're still here, barely. Yeah, we're gonna turn in there after this. So other than that, just good net. Thanks for being here. Thanks for doing it, Chuck. VA3 CJZ, VA3 VT.
Okay, Albert. Appreciate you sticking around. I know the eyelids get heavy around this time, so we'll let you go. And thanks again, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Next is Steve up on the hill. VA3 NFG. You still there, Steve? Okay, next we got Marty. He said he might not be around for the end, but let's give him a shout. VE3 Quebec Echo Echo.
VE3QEE still here, Chuck. Interesting net. Thanks for doing it. And I'll probably be hitting the sack soon, too. So 73 for now. So VE3QEE at Ancaster.
All right, Marty in Ancaster, VE3QEE. Thank you very much, Marty. Have a great rest of the week. We'll try and listen for you tomorrow between 3 and 4 p.m. on 7.100 out of the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum radio room. And thanks again, Marty.
73. When you're on your computer there, check out the SDR, remote SDRs, Kiwi, the Kiwi group. Kiwi, I think, .com.
Oh, okay. Very good then. Yeah, I'll look that up. All right, next we've got Larry, VE3LBI, and he has the net, the Friday night Ragchu net on the VE3 ZOE repeater. The frequency again is 443.075. And all you need is a positive offset to get into the repeater. Stop in 8 o'clock on Friday night. VE3LBI, Larry, last call.
Well, thanks, Chuck, and thanks for putting that on there. Appreciate that. Yep, Friday night, so anybody's interested, quite drop in if you wish. We can find something to talk about. We usually don't have anything planned normally, but we usually find something to discuss. So, all right, Chuck, thanks for doing it. Listen along there. Like I said, I'm always a little bit late on Wednesday nights because I want to watch this one thing live on YouTube. But anyways, again, appreciate it. And nothing else has changed. It's gotten dark. That's about it. All right, 7-3. All the best.
All right. Well, it's garbage night for me there, Larry. So I'll be heading outside and checking out the weather. It looks like it's 22 degrees here. Hopefully the humidity is down. And yeah, we'll take a little break after the net. And thanks again, Larry. VE3LBI. Next is Mike, VE3KMQ. But he usually doesn't stick around, but let's try him out. Mike, you there? All right. Finally, we have Tomash in Burlington, VE3 Charlie Echo uniform. You still there, Tom?
I'm still here, Chuck. Yeah, I stuck around right till the end here. Oh, I haven't been here that long. Anyway, yeah, good net so far. That's your Chuck, and yeah, it's good to hear everybody else. Most of the other ones in there, I'm handy talkie there. So I'm just curious, has anybody heard from Arpad how he's doing?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think I don't know if they're still here, but I know Mac had information on where RPAD would hang out, and Larry might know. Does anyone know any info about RPAD?
VA3IMW.
Yes, Mac, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been watching the dialogue continue. There is a WhatsApp. Anybody who's familiar with WhatsApp app will probably recognize it. But it looks like RPAD has started his trip westward. I'm not sure how far he's gotten, but I can add you to the WhatsApp group if anybody wants to send me their cell phone numbers. That way, they get invited to the WhatsApp group by me adding their cell phone number to the WhatsApp app, and you'd be able to follow along with everybody else that's following him across his venture across Canada. Our friend over in Oakville, Victor Echo 3 UET, is probably the most active on this particular channel on WhatsApp. And like I say, if you want to send me a cell phone number, one way or another, email on QRZ is good, and then I can expand the WhatsApp group by including your cell phone number with the WhatsApp app. Back to you, Chuck.
Okay, very good. I think I'm already in the group because I know Mike. Mike is on there quite a bit, under every toilet.
It kind of sticks with you, doesn't
it? It does. It does. It's easy to remember. It's an easy call sign if you think that way. So, yeah, very good. Okay, thanks, Mac, for that info. And as you mentioned, send Mac your phone numbers to be added to that WhatsApp app. All right, Mac, thank you for that. So there's your answer there, Tomash.
Okay, thanks for the info there, Chuck, and yeah, I'll make sure I put myself in the app, the WhatsApp app. Anyways, have yourself a good night there, Chuck, and we'll say 73s, and we'll catch you later. The E3CJZ or the E3CEU?
Okay, Tomash, thank you so much for joining us, as always, and have a great rest of the week, sir. A pleasure. Okay, where are we? I think that was it. The last one on my list. Do we have any last-minute check-ins for this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group? AREG. This is VA3CJZ.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Oscar Foxtrot.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Oscar Foxtrot. Damien. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening, Chuck. Just tuned in 5 or 10 minutes ago. And been meaning to check in the last few weeks, but been busy. So, yeah, all going well with me, over.
Oh, very good, very good. Yes, I know usually you're driving around this time of night. I do remember you checking in a couple of times there in the mobile, but thanks for taking the time out and saying hello. So everything's going well with you. That's good. As I mentioned previously, all the rains should be over for the next few days. And so we can all break out our lawnmowers and cut the grass if you have any. Over.
Yeah, my in-laws got flooded in Burlington the other day, second time in 10 years, almost to the day.
Oh, no.
So fortunately they had good insurance and everyone's in there. But yeah, I was looking at the grass today and it's ready for another mow from probably Sunday when I did it last over.
Yeah. Usually you see that kind of growth in the spring. But here we are, late July, and the grass isn't yellow and doesn't look like hay. I don't have a big property, but as long as you got the right equipment, a few passes here and there, and keep it up, and you don't have to worry about it, unless you let it get too long, of course, and then it's more work. Anyways, Damien, thank you so much for checking in. Great signal, great audio, and you have a great rest of the week, sir. You are check-in number 21 tonight. Okay, so we'll clear with VA3, Charlie Oscar Foxtrot. Anyone else would like to check in? Any last-minute check-ins for this week's AREG Net? Please come now. Okay, thank you to everyone on YouTube. Kevin, Sean, 7-3 Sean, take care, my friend, in the Philippines. It's great to see you on here, and we'll have to do it again. Take care, my friend, and everyone else that checked in on YouTube and on their radios. We're going to cut it short tonight. It is 9:52 p.m., and the rain has stopped, and so we'll say 7-3 all. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. This is VA3 CJZ, returning the frequency to regular use. 7-3 all.